Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel where I brought the young lady back with me, who happens to be my daughter, and she has to pay attention to me anyway. So we just got done watching Wreck It Ralph, and the reason we watched it is because I posted a picture on Twitter earlier, and I said something like, "I really kind of like this movie. I thought it was cute," and so people came up and said, "Yeah, but the sequel ruined the first one." And Aaron had a question. What was your question?
So, so how did it ruin the original? Because if the second one, let's say let's say it did actually ruin it, what were the reasons behind it? If you have reasons, then I guess it's better than saying it just ruined the original just because.
But does it change the original? I mean, you cannot watch the second one and the original one's
Yeah.
exactly the same, right? So it
Yeah,
hasn't
it
really
doesn't change it.
ruined it ever. And honestly, I kind of like the second one. I mean, the second one has its moments, right? I mean, it's different,
Hmm.
but you can't really tell the same story. And it's not like this was based on some kind of fairy tale. This was just a silly movie about a video game character and what he does in his time off, and the fact that he wants a medal, and what happens if you accidentally turn one off. And the characters, what do they do on their day off, right? What do the characters do when the arcade closes, which is kind of a cute concept. So what was your favorite part besides Penelope Vanellope von Schweet calling him a diaper baby?
In the first one, my favorite part, um, maybe when Ralph is stuck in the cupcake. It just the security's just beating him up.
Actually, I think my favorite part is one of two, and I can't decide which one. When he's like interrogating the sour ball, and he like puts him in his mouth, and the little sour guy
Hmm.
comes out and goes, "Okay, I'll talk." Or when he goes to break Fix It Felix and Vanellope out of the fungeon. It's not a dungeon because it's fun. It's a fungeon. And she makes him apologize before he can break her out. He's like,
Yep.
okay, say you're sorry. And she used to go through like a whole list of apologies,
Yeah.
and one thing I like about Vanellope, and we both laughed at this one, was she always has these little snappy comebacks for things and snappy things to say. And when he first showed up in her game, she goes, "Oh, your breath stinks so bad, my ears went numb." I mean, come on, that was
So
funny.
yeah, and Ralph was offended, kind of.
He's
He
like,
wasn't
"Hey,"
really phased.
he's like, "Hey, okay."
Okay.
All right.
Accepted it.
Yeah, I just kind of accepted it, went on. But the thing that got me was Wreck It Ralph. There were a couple of video games kind of like that way back, and there's a bunch of racing games out there. But I got to be honest, I kind of want to play Sugar Rush. I mean,
It looks like a really fun game, honestly.
somebody needs to make Sugar Rush so we can put it on the Nintendo and be like,
Yeah.
you know, I want to race with Penelope von Schweet.
Yeah.
Eve, I just want to be the little. I want to see the cherry bombs as I run by and like light them
Cherry
up
bombs.
fire, or the ice cream cone that
Yeah.
one of the power ups. I mean, you get weird power ups in like Mario Kart, but
Yeah.
a power up of an ice cream cone where you get to launch ice cream scoops at
Like
people. I mean,
rockets or something. Like
come on,
ice cream missiles.
ice cream missiles, and it just there was so much candy. It looked yummy.
It did.
Okay, but so the second one, did you like the second one?
Yeah, the second one's good.
The second one's good. Which so the second one, I think it was interesting because the concept of the movie was like, hey, these old arcade games, and if you get unplugged, what happens to them?
Hmm.
And the second one, I don't think takes away from the original because it's like, hey, let's try to rescue Vanellope by going on the internet, and they didn't know what the internet was, and they had to go find a part for her game because they were getting hard to find. And they're like, "Oh, we got to rescue it." So I think they're very complementary in a lot of ways. And without the second one, we would not have had one of my favorite scenes in an animated movie in a long time. And that is, can you guess?
Can I have a hint?
It's where they're drinking tea.
There's a lot of things like that.
It's where all the princesses from all the different Disney movies were hanging out. And Vanellope kind of shows up looking
Oh
for help.
yeah.
And the princesses are like, you know, so they just kind of like complaining about different things from their different fairy tales. And all
Yeah.
of a sudden they're like, and then why did they think a big man had to come help you? And she's like, yeah, what's up with that? Just the way she put that was so funny. And what was the one that like nobody could understand? I always get the movie wrong.
The one from Brave.
Yeah,
The
the
one with red
Scottish
hair.
one from Brave, like nobody can understand
Yeah.
her. And it's freaking hilarious. So you wish they'd make more Wreck It Ralph movies?
Well, if they made another one, it would probably have to be really good to compare to the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, it's good how it is, but another one would be great.
I still want to play Sugar Rush, man. All right. I will say this while you're watching the movie, she had a lot of ice cream. So, you know, it it kind of worked with the Sugar Rush theme, right? So
Yeah, why
anyway,
not?
um, it was a good movie. We couldn't find anything that said, hey, this first one's been ruined by the presence of the second one. And I think they're very complimentary. Um, I think they're just fun. And it was interesting to see kind of like, the concept of what happens when video game characters get time off. and
Like when, like when the arcade closes, what they do.
yeah, and I thought the therapy session for bad guys to get together and complain about how they have to spend their entire lifetime being bad guys when they don't really want to be bad
They have like a meeting.
guys. Like I mean, was it run by one of the ghosts from Pac-Man or something?
Yeah, it was like orange one. I forgot his name.
Yeah. So anyway, we enjoyed the movie. If you haven't seen it, it's been out there a while. Some people say, oh, like, oh, the second one takes away from the first one. We don't see it.
No.
And before we got on the video, she was kind of like, I told her that people said, hey, the second one takes away from the first one. And her first reaction was, give me 20 reasons why. So,
Yeah, exactly. Like if you can't give me like at least 10 reasons, then it shouldn't be like even a comment.
exactly. And she's 12. Anyway. All right, everybody. Have a great night or day or whenever you see the video. Enjoy it. Watch Wreck It Ralph. It's a blast. I'm telling you, Fix It Felix, winds up with a girlfriend, which is very weird, but it's still fun. Anyway, everybody have actually winds up married. Yeah, they got married at the end of it.
Mhm.
Anyway, great movie. Check it out. It's on Disney Plus. So is the sequel, which is not called Wreck It Ralph 2. It's called Ralph Wrecks the Internet, which it kind of sticks with that whole same theme because Ralph kind of breaks whatever he touches. It's not
Yeah.
his fault, really. He's
It's
just
like a
huge. I mean,
oops.
look at his hands. Whenever he touches anything, it falls apart.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, everybody, have a great night. Bye.